Who want one last trip to the long trail?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I just want to do a general discussion about Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and hopefully one day Mortal Kombat 12 or Marvel vs. DC can join the discussion. But Tekken 8 versus Street Fighter. I made a video probably like a month and a half ago now. It's titled, "Can Tekken 8 keep up with Street Fighter 6 or has it lost already?" And this video I did right after we got the full reveal trailer for Street Fighter 6. You know, that trailer blew my mind. The open world exploration of New York City, which is basically Metro City, Chun-Li, Ryu, the graphics, the gameplay, it all blew my mind. And I was just like, wow, how can Tekken keep up with this? They're gonna have to do something crazy to top this. And here's two things. One, what I was thinking is I should do a poll. Which one are you more hyped for, Tekken or Street Fighter? But considering that my channel is mostly Tekken, that was going to win in a landslide. So I chose not to do that because it was obvious what's going to happen on a Tekken channel. But at the same time, I think both of these games, they look really, really good. One thing about Street Fighter 6 that I hope does not happen to Tekken 8 is leaks. The whole entire roster, or most of the roster for Street Fighter 6 leaked. I hope nothing like that at all happens for Tekken 8. And I know I'm a content creator, right? Leaks, I'm supposed to be hungry for that. Oh, I can't wait till something leaks. But as a Tekken fan, the first time I ever see Yoshimitsu, Brian Fury, Dragunov, King, Armor King, all of these crazy characters, I want to see them for the first time ever in a trailer. I don't want someone taking a picture over the shoulder, blurry image of a character. I don't want leaks. I really don't. I think that's really what hurt Street Fighter 6, the hype for that game, at least for me. Because when I think about what characters is going to show up and what and this and that, we already been given all of that. I don't know how much damage that is going to do in the long run because the characters that did leak, a lot of people were excited for. I saw some people saying, oh, where's this? Oh, where's that? For example, the biggest thing that both Tekken and Street Fighter has or doesn't has is main villains. We don't know who the main villain of Street Fighter 6 is going to be. We know Tekken 8 is going to be focused on Jin and Kazuya. And out of those two, Kazuya is probably the villain, right? But the real thing that stands out to me about both of these games is M. Bison and Heihachi. Those two characters really are like mirrors of one another. That is what these fighting games are built off of. And I want to see which one collapses. In that leaked roster, Bison was not there. And with all of the stuff we've been given about stories and whatnot, it really looks like Bison's going to be gone. Now, Heihachi, there is a huge push to get Heihachi back in the game. And I am on the side of, no, Harada, don't do it. But we'll see if Harada collapses. We'll see if Street Fighter collapses, if they bring these characters back in. But going back to the idea of which one is better, one thing that I will say about both trailers, I like them both, but the aesthetic, the vibe of Street Fighter is better at the moment. I like the more urban feel. I wish Tekken 8 would be a lot more urban. Like, I want to see New York, I want to see Hong Kong, I want to see Japan. I made a joke in a live stream that I want a stage where we fight inside of Bandai Namco headquarters. I appreciate this stage that they showed us in the trailer. You have the rocks, you have the ship, you have the water, lightning, but I want to see buildings. I want to see urban environments, a mall, an airport, right? I won't go down the path of talking about stages again, but I think that's something that Street Fighter has at the moment over Tekken, is a better environment, a better vibe. However, when you start talking about the gameplay and the graphics and stuff like that, I think Tekken has the edge. I really like how they redid a lot of the animations. You see they got a new hell sweep. Like in the past Tekken games, when Kazuya did the hell sweep, his torso would crush. But now they fixed it. It's a lot more realistic. He does a full spin, upper and lower body connected. It doesn't like crush like how it looks way better. And I can only imagine what like the rolling death cradle, the moonsault slayer, some of these other like made up attacks would look like in this game. Before I get even deeper into this discussion, I want to talk about two comments. The first one was left on the video where I was comparing Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. It says, can you update on this? Tell me your thoughts on Tekken 8 since now the trailer released. Do you think Tekken is left off? The next one, this is responding on my trailer breakdown. Hey, do you think Tekken 8 is keeping up on Street Fighter yet? A lot of Street Fighter fans were talking low on Tekken. Just saying because you made a video on that. Sorry for being toxic, guys. It's just Street Fighter fans were talking low on Tekken and I didn't like it. This person isn't being toxic. Simply asking the question is perfectly fine. But what's really important about Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, I think, is going to be the casual audience. Because I said it before, everyone who is a diehard Tekken fan is going to buy Tekken 8. Everyone who's a diehard Street Fighter fan is going to buy Street Fighter. The real battle between these two is the casual audience. Will Tekken 8 be able to retain that 9 million players that Tekken 7 gained? Or will that 9 million go to Street Fighter, go to multiverses, go somewhere else entirely? When you talk about keeping that casual audience, I think Tekken 8 may be in a better position to do so. The graphics and the visuals is definitely enough to grab the eye, grab the attention. One thing that I thought was kind of lacking in the Tekken 8 trailer was the sound effects. There was some attacks like the punch or kick, it just didn't sound as like crunchy. Like in Tekken 7, you have a lot of different type of attacks and different sound effects. The sound design in Tekken 7 goes a long way, but in this trailer, I didn't really feel the impact of those blows like that. I don't know if that's something they'll tweak or change, but that's by far probably my biggest criticism is not enough crunch on these attacks. What I'll do is I'll try to play the counter hit sound from the trailer in comparison to the counter hit sound from Tekken 7. And you guys tell me, am I just being a Yoshi main or is there really something missing here? I seen two images posted to the Tekken subreddit that was comparing Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, and you can definitely see how much more real the game looks and feel. I think what's gonna blow people away, like this trailer definitely blew a lot of people away, but what I think is really gonna do it is when they show a character like Lily, like Asuka, when they show, or Jun Kazama, when they show some of these female characters that has a big waifu community, that's when I think Tekken 8 is going to skyrocket past Street Fighter. Now that's just my prediction, kind of looking at the way that the internet reacted to Chun-Li and reacted to Juri, because these are two guys who looks very, very identical to one another. But once you start getting that waifu community, that's when it's really gonna change, right? Right now though, I think both of these games are doing really good. Harada said in the past that when one fighting game does good, they all do good. And I think that still holds true to today, because the fact that both of these fighting games are looking so incredibly strong, that shows that the fighting genre as a whole is incredibly strong. Like if Tekken 8 was really cool and Street Fighter 6 was whack, then that's whack as a whole. It's really good that both of these games are bringing their best. I know the battle between Street Fighter and Tekken and Mortal Kombat spans a very long time. It says, if you're wondering how big the Tekken storyline is, this is true. Tekken holds the Guinness World Record for longest running cohesive story in a video game. Not the longest running in a fighting game, no, in all video games. That is wild. And that's true, literally. Out of every video game on this planet, Tekken has the longest running storyline. And this honestly is a big reason why I think they won't do a reboot. They won't reset the franchise. There's a lot of people who's under the impression that after Tekken 8 is going to be reset, but no way are they going to do that. Because one, they're scrapping all the progress that they just made and they're starting from scratch which why would you do that? And then 2, you're passing over the title of longest running franchise to like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, which is something else that they're not going to do, right? Right now, when you talk about these 2 games going head to head, I'm really surprised that Harada pulled the trigger this fast. The way he was talking at the beginning of the year, it made it seem like he was going to wait until next year. My opinion right now on both Tekken 8 and Street Fighter is that it's really too early to tell which one is better than which. Like I said, the sound effects, the hit effects of Tekken 7 is kind of lackluster. It needs a little bit more urban sprawl thrown into it. Maybe we'll see that when they show more stages. And as for Street Fighter, I really think the leak removed a lot of hype from that game for me. I think this battle between the 2 is just starting off, and we won't really see a conclusion, or we won't really see a quote-unquote victor until some more time has passed. Now that both of these games actually exist and we actually have trailers, we now get to compare one another and see how they market the game. I think both of these games are in some of the best positions that they may have ever been in. You'll have to go all the way back to the arcade era, to PlayStation 1 or 2 era, to find a greater moment than this. I see a lot of people battling each other, battling over Knee versus Arslan, Tekken versus Street Fighter, and I think that's kind of a disservice to what fighting games are. This is one of the greatest times ever to be a fan of fighting games, and I think we should be trying to rally together and lift both of these games up. Like I said, I want to play both of these games. I'm happy that from the looks of it, their launches is going to be separated by a few months at least, and I'm happy that I'll be able to cover Street Fighter 6, play Street Fighter 6, enjoy that game, and then right after play Tekken 8, enjoy that game, and then maybe Mortal Kombat will be coming right after that. So I really don't see no need to compare and battle each other, even though that's what I've been doing this whole video. I think both of these games at the moment have some goods and bads to it. And yeah, that's kind of my ideas right now. Once we get a little bit more stuff about Tekken 8, we'll be able to see what this game is going to truly be like. Because like I said, once we see some of the female characters and like Yoshimitsu, Kuma, stuff like that, that's when we'll really get to see like what this game is going to be, you know? An event that I'm looking forward to, it probably will be, at the time this video goes up, it might even happened already, either before and after, I don't know, but Tokyo Game Show. I'm looking forward to that because we're going to get a look at the World Hub, and that's one thing that I think can push Street Fighter to that next level. When you're talking about these 2 games battling each other, Tekken 8 needs to have a Tekken Force game mode or a Tekken Force kind of option to compete. One thing that I will say, I think Street Fighter is going to be on PS4 and the old Xbox, but Tekken 8 is not. It's not going to be on PS4 and it's not going to be on the old Xbox. That blows my mind because I see all the time people saying they don't have a PlayStation and they can't get one. The price on the PlayStation was just raised everywhere except for America, and it's like that possibly could come back and haunt Tekken 8. It may, it really may. But that's going to be it for this video. I'll keep you guys updated on both games, leaks, hacks, news, trailers. Definitely stay tuned for that. I appreciate everyone who's been watching, subscribing, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.